Good morning, welcome back to In the Garden. You know, Paul, as we're moving on here through the fall, we think of the trees and all the color changes. Beautiful. But these guys right here, the shrubs, they usually are overlooked.
They are. The trees get all the glory, and deservedly so, but there are some magnificent shrubs that produce incredible fall color.
Okay.
One of my absolute favorites is probably one of the most underused shrubs in this whole area. It's called Fothergilla. Magnificent shrub. It's going to get 4, 5, maybe even 6 feet tall and wide. And this is called powder blue, so it's got this beautiful bluish tint to it now, but it's going to get fiery red. Beautiful blossoms in the spring, can tolerate a good deal of shade and yet still produce, and the flowers. The flowers are unbelievable. So something that you really ought to consider. I wish it was in fall color now, but it will be soon.
Okay.
Probably my favorite shrub of all.
Really?
Yes, this is the sweet spire, Virginia sweet spire.
All right.
Sometimes called Henry's garnet sweet spire. Garnet being the key word because, as you can see, it's starting to change. Now this baby will give you 4 seasons of interest.
And that's the nice thing with these is you're talking about the color that we get in the fall, how brilliant they are, but all year long we're going to be able to enjoy these because of the color.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we've got the chokeberry, another underused shrub that produces beautiful berries, white flowers in spring, and then some berries that the birds absolutely love. And some people actually like to eat them. It's just barely starting to color up, but again, another great, really screams color in your landscape in fall.
Do you think it could be the name is the problem? Chokeberry?
It might be.
Maybe, I don't know what it is. It doesn't sound great, but it is pretty.
All right, Taff, here we've got the real workhorses in the garden, the nandinas. Lots and lots of different nandinas. These are great problem solvers in so many landscapes. This particular one is called Firepower, and it really colors up beautifully. Now, and given enough sun, there are several other varieties, Obsession, Flirt, Moonbay, that also will give you really good fall color. That's definitely something to consider, and there's lots of different heights and overall sizes to choose from.
And you know, notice we have the same type of plant here, but they're in different phases right now. So if you have 4 or 5 of these, you're going to get all different kinds of mixes at one time.
Right, you'll enjoy it for weeks and weeks, and that's a really wonderful thing.
All right, Paul, now we're seeing a shrub that I have about 8 million of them in my backyard.
Good for you.
Hydrangeas, love these.
The oak leaf hydrangea in particular. Again, another one of my absolute favorite shrubs, native, beautiful, beautiful in the spring. We've still got this one little munchkin here putting on flowers. And that's the main reason people grow them is for those beautiful flowers. But check out the fall color.
Yeah, beautiful.
I mean, they really are gorgeous. And unlike a lot of shrubs that'll actually put on that color all at once, these really do it slowly, so you get to enjoy it for a long period of time.
Yeah, and this color is interesting. It's kind of a leather color almost.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Last word I would have thought of to describe it, but I get what you're saying.
Hey, that's what's rolling around in my mind right now.
All right, let's move on.
Over this way.
Taft, here we have a euonymus known as burning bush.
Oh.
Now, I got to tell you, even though it's not in color now, this is definitely one of those shrubs where people will stop and stare.
Okay.
It is so electric red in the fall. It's hard to imagine how beautiful it is until you really see it. Grows to about 6 by 6 at maturity, can handle a lot of sun, spectacular, because when this color comes on, it comes on strong.
That's why burning bush, we've seen it before in the past, how red these can be, and obviously green now, but they're pretty. Even before they change, they're still a very nice shrub.
Now I got one last to show you. I'm going to kind of throw you a curve on this one.
Uh-oh. Alrighty.
That away.
All right, Paul, now we're down to the curveball. And this sounds a little bit more interesting and a lot more appetizing than the chokeberry we heard just a few minutes ago. What are we looking at here?
These are blueberries.
Blueberries.
You know, they're overlooked for their fall color.
Okay.
So I would encourage people to, even if you're not, if you don't fancy yourself a vegetable and fruit grower, you can stick one of these in an ornamental bed. You still get the blueberries and you get the great fall color. So why not?
Yeah, and it's something you'd never think about even putting out there in the yard at all.
Absolutely, and yet they do great. You just shouldn't overlook blueberries.
Yeah, really pretty, and we shouldn't overlook these shrubs in general that we've covered today. Trees look pretty, but we can also put shrubs in the yard that's going to give us that same pop color.
This was a pretty good segment, I think.
It was a good segment, I like it.
Yeah.
Let's come back next week and do it again.
I'm in.
Okay, sounds good.